Man, I think I'm lost. Where am I? I don't think I took a wrong turn somewhere. Maybe there's someone around here that can help me. Oh, Sir Charles Barkley! Huh? What? Now I'm just hearing things. That's just terrible. That's just terrible. Does he not see me? Barbie! Barbie!
Free the bras! I love Kylie Jenner.
Johnny Quest?
Yeah, cigarettes.
What is going on right now? Why can't anyone see me? What is that noise?
Greetings, programs. Today's Brando review is of the Jurassic World Indominus Rex vs. Gyrosphere Playset. Let's do this. So you're gonna notice I have a lot of strings here is because this whole thing is opened. I've already reviewed this at least once, and I think my audio didn't record, and I think I ended up taking apart this Gyrosphere, and it was a complete joke. I'm gonna talk about that later. But let's just start off with the packaging. It's an open box concept. I've never seen more open box concept than this. Nothing is covered for the dinosaur. I don't know what they were thinking of that. You can test it out in the store by pushing down the back tail, which is the action feature, and you can also hear it very whiny. Kind of sucks. We'll talk about that in a second. You have your little 2.5-inch figure. Let's go clockwise. Jurassic World logo, red blood, blue, white, Indominus Rex skin with your T-Rex, and forget it. Your T-Rex logo, your Gyrosphere here, your Indominus Rex, your 2.5-inch figure. You have your little cutout thing for the tail to show you up and down is the action feature right there. Bottom right, you have a little diorama showing the sliding Dino Damage. You have a little thing where you can push the button. Obviously, you can't do that because they put the little, where's the little clear thing? But they put a little clear thing here so this door doesn't open. You press the button and the things come out. Bottom right, you have Hasbro. Warning right here, ages 4 and up, Indominus Rex vs. Gyrosphere, multilingual packaging. Left side, you have that text, and the same exact on that side. So top left, you have your Jurassic World logo with a render of the Indominus Rex, which looks ugly. You have your chomping jaws right there, firing disc, the dumbest thing ever. Gyrosphere with the guy who falls out, showing that. Indominus Rex vs. Gyrosphere, fancy scene. Top right, you have your Indominus Rex vs. Gyrosphere text. Nowhere is safe, not a building, not even a speeding vehicle, unleashing all terror all over the island. Indominus Rex has come across the Gyrosphere and its unlucky driver. Over here, multilingual, it's like warning stuff, nothing really. On the bottom, you have your wonderful Pteranodon set versus helicopter. Also look for, aka don't buy it. I will never do a review for that thing. That's a piece of garbage. So you open it up, you get no instructions, you just unbox it. So that is the box. While I do hate the 2.5-inch figure, this set's actually kind of nice. This Indominus is nearly fully in scale as an adult. This is probably a juvenile Indominus. And I really hate this 2.5-inch figure, but it is in good size to this Indominus and this Gyrosphere. So this guy, he's an army guy. He has a head swivel. His arms are on the same exact axis. He can go all the way around. It's a little tight, but his feet are separate. They are separate. They feel like same axis though, so you can separate them. Not much articulation there. This is pretty much a throwaway product. It's very McDonald's-like in nature. It just looks nasty. There is some nice detailing here. You look at the vest, that actually is nicely detailed. Lots of pouches in the front. Looks like some kind of bulletproof type deal. They have some like scuba type deal in the back here with the backpack. And you have nice little pouches in here, knee pads, and you have your pants there with boots. So it's actually nicely detailed, just really cheap because number one, it's small. Number two, it's very gummy. It's just a very cheap feeling figure. And it's 2.5 inches tall. You have shoulder pouches up top there. He's got gloves on. I mean, helmet, goggles, and face. It all looks good. I mean, the helmet's nicely detailed, but it's 2.5 inches, and it's 3 colors. Black. I don't even know what race this guy is. He's got, like, war paint on or something. I don't know, man. Some kind of war guy in Mad Max putting on the chrome. But the rest of it is a very beige-brown type deal. It's kind of like a gray-brown, and it's just very cheap, but I don't know. 2.5 inch figures, man. So let's get measurements there, everybody. That guy, actually a little bit under 2.5 inches, but pretty much 2.5 inches. This gyrosphere up to the top is roughly like 3.5, 3 3/4. Wide, it is about 3 1/4. So it pretty much should be the other way because it's a perfect circle. The Indominus itself is about to the top of the head, 5 1/4 tall, about 12 inches in length, and depth is about 3.5. So let's talk this garbage gyrosphere. It does do a good job of resembling the one from the movie by having the circle around here on the side. However, even Lego included, these little bolts here are painted silver, and here they are not, so that's really cheap. And here's the action feature. Push down this gray button, and boom, I put a piece of tape there for the skit, so he stayed in there when I was filming. But so this opens up so he can, attack, even though he really can't. His arm does fit through there, so good job, I guess, Hasbro. I don't know. But he can also slide out when he's being attacked, and he can fall. I guess one thing is, I have the tape here. I'm going to show you without the tape. There's no, peg for his butt to stay in there. So if kids are having him around, he's going to be moving around, and he's already fallen off. So, boom. Oh, he can fall out of there. Wee. Let's put him on the far side and see if it works. Probably not. Look, he's already... Oh, God. The seat detailing is okay. It's on this little spring. Blue, same as this. And black. It's really 3 colors here, people. Black, blue, and gray. And the clear, I guess, doesn't count. But gray here on the hinges. You can see the silver little dots for the hinges there. It does feel nice in your hand, but this doesn't. These are wheels. The Lego product doesn't have that. It's got a legitimate system where the ball rotates in a circle. It's really great. This, not so much. It's really stupid. They put wheels here in the bottom, and the third is not even a wheel. It's just a clear peg that stands like a tripod, I guess. Really stupid. Here on the back, you have a bunch of lines. I mean, overall, if you put this in a diorama without this top launcher piece, I might as well demo right now. You just squeeze it. It comes off pretty hard. Really stupid, though. It's like this air hockey type puck / disc. And yeah, there it goes. Really stupid that they added it. And I wanted to take it out, and you can. So there's a screw there, there, and there, and you pretty much take that apart and you can take it off. And you can put this back together, kind of. The little button mechanism, my hands and fingers are just too big when I originally reviewed this and I lost my audio, that when I took it apart, I could not get all these things to go back together. Like this is part of the system that releases this, and the spring I couldn't get because there's a spring here somewhere. My hands and fingers are just too big to put it all back together because I really wanted to take off this really stupid disc launcher and I just couldn't put it all back together properly. And I just want a gyrosphere that looked without this thing on top of it. And I don't know what to think of it. It's just very disappointing. It's if I had to pick one word to describe this set, it's very underwhelming. But that is the Gyrosphere action feature. And do not take this off if you do not expect for this to work again. So if you don't care about this working and you just want to, as a diorama piece, take this off and look good, then yeah, go for it. So the Indominus Rex, let's just talk about the action features. You already seen it in the box and a million times. Wonderful whine it produces. A lot of people were complaining about that. And I don't doubt them. It's really annoying. Sliding Dino Damage. You guys actually have to be careful here because I've pinched my fingers accidentally on this guy. I think I've had it close and then I had my finger there. And then, I don't know, something happened where I got pinched really bad and I wasn't bleeding, but it's just ridiculous if an adult like myself has problems with this. Kids might have a problem too. But I remember seeing this originally on the JP Toy Forum leaks. That I was like, oh my god, sliding Dino Damage, so cool. You don't have to lose your pieces anymore. That's actually pretty good engineering, Hasbro. I'd rather have a Dino Damage piece than a sliding door for a couple of reasons. Number one, this always is open. It's always easy to trigger. Number two, number three, it doesn't stay. Number four, it has this ugly little piece right here that pulls out. And you can see here, I'm going to show you if I can find a Dino Damage dinosaur. Yeah. So here's the Dino Damage from the repaint of the Junior Rex. You can see here it has two little things. You can pinch your fingers and you can pull it out. I just cut my fingernail, so I probably can't, but yeah, I got a little bit of it now. But man, you can take it out by doing that. You don't have to have this big little sticking out thing like here. It looks dumb. Speaking of looking dumb, there's this big line here. Then if you want to close the mouth, there's this huge gap there. I really would have liked if somehow you had the mouth closed and then you can open it with a pushing down feature. However, it does work out if we're going to take the little guy. Where did he go? You can take them and you can eat them. And you can hold on to it if you hold down. So he does stay. So they did a good job with that. Everyone was saying how accurate this sculpt was out of all the Indominus Rexes, the Basher Biter, the Bad Boy. This does not look at all, in my opinion, like the Indominus Rex. This looks like the original Mollusaurus we've seen in these storyboards that were released online for Jurassic World. It had like no big spikes, you know, the raptor little feather type deals in the back of the neck. The head just looks too much like a regular theropod compared to, like, say, a more aggressive snout that the Indominus has. This just doesn't look like an Indominus Rex at all. This looks like a Mollusaurus. So we have the white paint with green on the top. The only one to feature the green on top, as well as a little bit of the arms. The JW logo is green. A little bit of the top of the legs is green. It just looks ridiculous that they included green. It's like she dipped in a swamp pool and came out and had algae all over her. It looks ridiculous. As do these screw holes. We have, what, four? Four screw holes? Looks like it. Also, when I did that review and I lost the audio, I tried to take this apart because I already broke this. Might as well take this apart and see if I can show off for the customizers. That's what I do for you guys. I could not, for some reason, pull this thing apart. I just couldn't do it. I guess you have to break it, kind of like the Stop and Strike T-Rex. But I wasn't really willing to break it, and I did not open it any further. For some reason, I couldn't really open it. So just some information for all you guys out there. It might be hard to do. So let's talk articulation. That's as much as that back leg goes. Front leg goes. Back leg goes. Front leg goes. Arm, up, down. You see the little restriction there. Cut off, arm, down, up, and you can see all the lines here. Big line there, big line there. Lines for the arms, it's okay, articulation. Big line here for the tail. Notice that ugly non-painted right there when it's clamping down, as well as the bottom there. At least that's painted white underneath there. But you see the sides have some of that red from the mouth. I've seen some versions where this is actually painted and the line isn't as bad. So once again, they put out silent reiterations and doing a better job at the factories, providing us with better toys, but not telling us about it and saying, screw you to all the people that, like me, originally bought these things. So that sucks. So I already talked about the algae, the white, and we have the eye here. The eye here actually looks really good. It's a slit pupil. Let's see if I can get close for you guys. There it is. And you got the white dot from the shine of the light and the sun and stuff. And then the pit, you can actually see the detailing of the eye looks actually really good. And it's just a red. It actually looks okay. Here's the opposite side. Doesn't look as good. This other side looks better. You can see here there's like really cheap red lipstick they put around. I'm not kidding. I'm calling it red lipstick. It just looks like that. I wish they wouldn't have included it at all. And then yellow teeth. And then you have the tongue. And then their mouth. It's like this rose, magenta. Then you have a line there for the roof of the mouth. I guess they connected a toy. Here up top, there's a line. Oh, I'm surprised actually there's no screw holes on the face, so that's interesting. But yeah, the feet, at least, and the toe claws here are painted. They did include the little raptor feathers here, so it actually looks really good. It's probably why people are saying it looks most like the Indominus, is the arms look actually really good. It's a really good looking arms. So speaking of arms, she can hold a guy. Looks actually really good, so that's actually not too bad. The down damage itself, red, it's ribbed, looks like meat and bones, so that looks okay. But if you touch it, it's really cheap, and you have these little big line gaps there, so I really wish it was just a little piece instead of a sliding door, or no door at all. We really don't need the down damage. You can see the detailing of the sculpt actually looks really good. You have lots of nice lines there, the tail. The armor on the thighs, knees, and shins looks really good. The feet look good. So that's probably also why people are saying how much this was most like the Indominus to them. But I'm still sticking with the Basher Biter is the best. So here's the other side. Detailing looks pretty good. Arms underneath, pretty much nothing. Cutouts. And at least this girl stands. And of course, Hasbro stops the paint halfway through the tail because they're cheap. So yeah, at least she stands. So we have the Indominus Rex vehicle set with the 4 1/4, 3 3/4. And this could probably be a baby Indominus for these guys. I think a juvenile might be a little bit of a stretch, but young Rex and chomping Rex, and this could be like a juvenile, and that could be possibly a baby for these two. And the young Rex, probably the same, even though they're actually really nice and scaled to one another. They're almost the same exact size, so not bad. Here we have some Raptors, Snapjaw, Cyclops, Utah Raptor. Play compatibility wise, this actually looks really bad compared to the rest, except the Cyclops, they kind of tie. But obviously, Utah Raptor pretty much always triumphs and definitely triumphs over this guy. I wish this was made of rubber. They've been sick, but I don't know. There are some nice details here, but overall, I just think the dinosaur in the back is the best one. So if blue is the real scale of blue is supposed to be like in the movie, Indominus Rex definitely is like a baby or maybe a juvenile, but I would say more of a baby. And then here, definitely for the Titan class, that's a baby. And the React Attack, probably the same exact as blue. Parasaurolophus, Pachycephalosaurus, young Triceratops. I would actually say that Parasaurolophus with this actually ain't too bad. I think kids can have some good play times with this. It's actually really cool. This adult Parasaurolophus, this is definitely a juvenile Indominus. Probably same with the rest of the scale of these guys, these herbivores. It actually looks really cool. So we got Series 1 Trike, Stomp, and Strike. These two definitely look like they belong in universe together. These two, I'd say maybe, this looks just very glossy, plastic, and cheap compared to this one. More of a matte rubber. But I'd actually say this is kind of play compatible with one another. And of course, I have the Mosasaurus here, and the Basher Biter Indominus is way better in scale compared to this vehicle set one. Of course, I can't open the mouth right when I say that. Bam. You can see there the sizing difference. It's just, that could be like a baby Mosasaurus, but I wish we could have a bigger Mosasaur. They should really look into that. Here's our Basher Biter and our regular vehicle set. You can see here the differences. This skull looks more like the actual Indominus, and this is more like the Mollusaurus. So I think this one wins. Play compatibility wise, obviously they're in the universe together. They look really good as a family. As is the bad boy. Bam. You see there the scaling is a little off. This could be a little baby besides this one, and it could be a nice little family together. So. And here is blue in the Indominus, and you can see there the scaling. If this is an adult blue, then this is a juvenile for sure, or maybe even a baby, but I'd say they're pretty play compatible with one another. So what do I give the Indominus Rex vehicle playset from Jurassic World Hasbro 2015 toy line? Out of 10, I'm probably gonna give it a 6. I'm thinking a 6. I was earlier thinking a 7-ish, and then I don't know, I just, for some reason, it doesn't feel like Indominus Rex. For 20 bucks, it is a solid little play set. You get a human, you get a vehicle, and you get the dinosaur. They all look okay. I mean, I really hate the 2.5-inch figure size, but overall, it's a nice little set. It's actually really cool. So 6 out of 10 does not get the loved it seal of approval, does not get the wasted seal of disapproval. Overall, it's okay. It's pretty solid. If you guys are fans of Indominus like me, obviously pick it up like I did. But if you want to skip it, then go ahead, skip it. In my opinion, it doesn't look that much like an Indominus anyway. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let me know in the comments down below what do you think of this vehicle playset. You think it's great? Does it look like an Indominus Rex to you, or does it look like a Mollusaurus? I want to know your opinion. Thanks guys very much for watching. If you dislike this video, we apologize for any inconvenience. Thank you for choosing CRS. Rah, rah.